Before I tell you where he ended up, let me tell you where he started. Because the distance between those two places is not measured in miles. It is measured in pain, patience, and a silence so powerful that an entire village was forced to bow. This is the story of Okiti, and it begins in the dust. In a small village called Wanda, where the sun rose every morning over dusty paths and tired homes, and where life tested people long before they understood its rules, there lived a boy whom fate seemed determined to erase before his story could even begin. His name was Okiti, and from the very beginning, life treated him not with kindness, but with lessons carved in pain. Before Okiti could understand what childhood truly meant, death visited his home without warning and without mercy. His parents died while he was still too young to comprehend why the house suddenly became quiet, why the laughter disappeared, and why the warmth he once knew faded into memories he could barely hold on to. The loss left a wound in his heart that words could never heal, and yet, fate was not satisfied with taking only that much from him. The only light left in Okiti's life was his grandfather, an old man whose body was weak, but whose spirit was strong. A man who believed that even when life is cruel, a person must choose dignity over bitterness. Under his grandfather's care, Okiti found a small sense of safety, a fragile shelter against a world that seemed eager to crush him. But even that shelter did not last. Shortly after Okiti completed Primary 2, when he was still struggling to read the future written before him, his grandfather also passed away. With that single loss, everything changed. That day did not only mark the death of the old man, it marked the end of Okiti's education, the end of his childhood, and the beginning of a life built purely on survival. While other children woke up to the sound of school bells and walked the dusty roads carrying books and dreams, Okiti woke up to hunger and responsibility. Instead of notebooks, his hands gripped heavy yellow jerry cans. Instead of classrooms, his world became village paths and long queues at the well. He fetched water from house to house, earning coins that barely kept him alive, yet he never complained, never cursed his situation, and never allowed bitterness to poison his heart. Poverty followed Okiti closely, like a shadow that refused to leave, but something remarkable lived within him. His voice remained calm even when his stomach was empty. His words remained respectful even when life treated him unfairly. At the village well, people noticed this quiet strength. When Okiti arrived, conversations paused and space was made for him, not because he demanded respect, but because his humility and discipline commanded it without effort. To many, he was just another poor village boy struggling to survive. But fate was silently watching. Every jerry can he carried, every sunrise he greeted with determination, and every hardship he endured without hatred was shaping him into something greater than anyone could imagine. Unknown to the village, unknown even to Okiti himself, the pain that tried to bury him was instead preparing him for a future that would one day shake an entire family and leave a lesson written in blood, tears, and regret. And as the sun set over Wanda village that evening, Okiti walked home alone, unaware that this was only the opening chapter of a story that would test love, patience, greed, and the consequences of acting in haste. This was not the end. This was only the beginning. After years of walking the dusty paths of Wanda village with nothing but jerry cans and quiet determination, fate finally decided to loosen its grip on Okiti's suffering, though only slightly and only for a moment. One evening, As the sun leaned gently toward the horizon and the village well echoed with tired footsteps and murmured conversations, Okiti noticed a young girl standing alone, struggling to balance a heavy jerry can on her head. Tears rolled freely down her cheeks, not the loud kind, but the silent tears that fall when hope feels far away. Moved by something deeper than pity, Okiti approached her with the same calm voice that had become his shield against the world. He spoke gently, asking her name, offering comfort without demanding answers. The girl, surprised by the kindness of a stranger who had nothing yet gave everything in his words, slowly stopped crying. Her name was Becky, and she lived just a few houses away. Without hesitation, Okiti lifted the jerry can and walked her home, his feet aching but his heart light. For the first time in a long while, laughter followed him down the road. But kindness, as fate would soon remind him, often attracts danger. When they reached Becky's home, two fierce dogs charged toward him, barking wildly, forcing Okiti to flee before he could even say goodbye. Yet something had already changed. From that day onward, Okiti and Becky met often at the well, sharing laughter, stories, and dreams under the open sky. For Okiti, Becky became a rare thing in his harsh world, a reason to smile, a reminder that life could still be gentle. For Becky, Okiti was unlike any boy she had ever met, respectful, calm, and quietly strong. But happiness once again was short-lived. Becky's father, a soldier hardened by authority and pride, soon discovered that his daughter spent time with the village water boy. Furious and ashamed, he decided that such a friendship was unacceptable. Without explanation and without mercy, Becky was taken away to live with her aunt in town, leaving Okiti behind with unanswered questions and a heart that had just learned how to hope, only to be broken again. As Becky disappeared from Wanda village, Okiti returned to his work quieter than before, carrying not just jerry cans, but memories. He did not chase her. He did not protest. He simply buried his pain in the soil, planting banana stems and coffee seedlings around his home, unaware that the seeds he planted, both in the ground and in his heart, would one day grow in ways no one expected. But what Okiti did not know, what none of them knew, was that the seeds he planted that season, both in the ground and in his heart, were about to grow into something that would shake an entire family, rewrite a soldier's pride, and teach a village that the person they overlooked was the very person they would one day need. The question was no longer whether Okiti would rise. The question was, would those who hurt him be ready for what was coming? Part 2, coming this Friday. Subscribe so you don't miss it. This is Novara Studios, stories without limits.